recently I was wondering what SeaWorld San Antonio and SeaWorld San Diego have to offer that is different from SeaWorld Orlando. So I thought, well, why don't we look at it together? So that's what this video is about. I'm going to show you what SeaWorld San Diego and SeaWorld San Antonio have that is different than my home park of SeaWorld Orlando. So this video might take a really long time if we tried to look at every single thing. So we're going to look at 6 areas. We're going to look at animals, shows, rides, dining, events, and I believe new attractions if we can figure out which ones those are. But let's get started first with animals. Alright, so of course at SeaWorld Orlando, let's pop this up bigger so we can see it. At SeaWorld Orlando, of course, we have the alligator habitat over by the SeaWorld Rescue Center. We have the Antarctica realm that you can check out. You can dine with orcas, which we have a video about that. You should definitely check that out. We have Dolphin Encounter, where you can see the dolphins underneath the water, which is a lot of fun. Dolphin Nursery, Flamingo Cove, Jewel of the Sea Aquarium over there by Journey to Atlantis, Manatee Rehabilitation Area, Manta Aquarium, Orca Underwater Viewing, Pacific Point Preserve, Pelican Preserve, which kind of gets tucked over there in the Key West area. People kind of miss that sometimes, so make sure to stop by and check out the pelicans. There's the SeaWorld Coral Rescue Center, the SeaWorld Rescue Center, Shark Encounter, Stingray Lagoon, and of course, Wild Arctic, where you can see the beautiful beluga whales. So that's SeaWorld Orlando. Now let's see, what does SeaWorld San Diego have? Let's pop this up here in the middle. Now, this is one of the things that's coming new for 2025, so this is one of those things, and this is Jewels of the Sea, the Jellyfish Experience that will be coming. I think this looks similar to something that came to the park in Abu Dhabi, so it's kind of cool to see this coming to the US as well, with this big center iconic spot with the jellyfish. Will definitely be really cool to see out there in San Diego. So what else do they have? They have bat rays, which are pretty cool. I've never seen a bat ray, I don't believe, at least that I'm familiar with. There's beluga whales, dolphins, flamingos, the harbor seals, which over Pacific Point Preserve here in Orlando are so cute to check out. They also have the Humboldt penguins, which are a little bit different. They have the black chest bands and are social birds found along the coast of South America. You can see some macaws, some Mangellanic, I forget how to pronounce that one, but some different penguins that enjoy the warm San Diego sun. The moray eels, orcas, of course. They have other penguins, pilot whales. This, I believe, is you can see the pilot whales out there in San Diego. The 2 that are at San Diego were stranded and rescued by the SeaWorld Orlando rescue team. So these are rescued pilot whales that were not able to be returned to the wild. There are also sea lions, sharks, sloths, southern sea otters, turtle reef, and walruses. So similar in animals that you can see there in San Diego. Now let's check out SeaWorld San Antonio real quick here. We're gonna make this bigger again. There we go. So I anticipate these to be pretty similar. There is the Aldabra Island. We can see some of the Aldabra tortoises, which are very cute and very large tortoises to check out. They, of course, have Turtle Reef. We can see endangered and rescued turtles. Alligator Abbey, Discovery Point, where the dolphins hang out. Explorers Reef Aquarium, Flamingo Cove, Pacific Point Preserve, and Penguin Encounter. They have about 250 penguins. They include king, Gentoo, chinstrap, and rock hopper penguins. So that's a little bit of what you can see animal-wise out there in San Antonio. Now, if I get San Antonio and San Diego confused, I do apologize. It is not intentional. It is just possibly what is going to happen. Now, let's see what presentations and shows the different parks have to offer. So all the parks refer to these as presentations and activities. So let's take a look here over at SeaWorld Orlando. Of course, we have Flippers Facts and Fun. We have Dolphin Adventures, Orca Encounter, the Sesame Street Parade, Rescue Tales, and that is it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows or presentations you can check out. In San Diego, there is Orca Encounter, Dolphin Adventures, Flippers, Facts, and Fun. So only 3 shows out there in San Diego. And then let's check out SeaWorld San Antonio, where you can see Orca Encounter, and you can also get to see Ocean Discovery. Now this is different because this you get to see beluga whales and dolphins. So it's here in Orlando. All you get to see is the belugas, just going around playing with some toys occasionally. But here you actually get to see them interact with trainers, which would be a lot of fun to be able to see the belugas, because they have such a great personality. So it would be fun to get to see how they interact with their trainers. There's also Flippers, Facts, and Funs out there in San Antonio, and they have what is called Imagine Ocean. It is a blacklight puppet show, and the underseas adventure for kids of all ages, which sounds pretty interesting. Now, of course, the thing that SeaWorld is trying to be known for now is their state-of-the-art rides, and so that's what we're going to look at next and see what rides each park has. Of course, starting off over here on the left with the coaster capital of Orlando, we have the newly opened Penguin Trek. Coming soon, this is the other thing that's coming soon, we'll just kind of cover these as we see them, is the immersive experience. I'm hoping they're giving this a better name than this. Basically a simulator type ride you can check out. Pipeline the Surf Coaster, fantastic coaster, very unique experience if you haven't ridden it. Icebreaker, Mako, Kraken, Manta, Infinity Falls, Journey to Atlantis, and then all of the things out there in Sesame Street. So we have, of course, Appy's Flower Tower, Cookie Drop, Elmo's Choo Choo Train, Harmony Hills, what else do we have in rides? The Slimy Slider, Sunny Day Carousel, and Super Grover's Boxcar Derby. And last but not least, the Sky Tower and the Flamingo Paddle Boats are the rides you can check out in SeaWorld Orlando. Now, over here in the farthest coast, I guess we should have done this, SeaWorld Orlando, San Antonio, and then San Diego, but we're going from coast to coast, and we'll come back to the middle with our look here at the different rides. So the newest ride at SeaWorld San Diego is the Arctic Rescue. It's now open. It goes up to 40 miles an hour, and it's good for heights of 48 inches to 77 inches. There is the Emperor, which looks a little bit like Kraken to me, but similar to some other coasters I've seen as well over there in Busch Gardens. It was California's first floorless dive coaster. They also have a Manta coaster. They have the Electric Eel. That looks scary, slightly. A Journey to Atlantis. A Shipwreck Rapids. Tentacle Twirl. Octarock. Rescue Rafter. Rescue Riders. Riptide Rescue. Fun ride looking there. The Sea Dragon Drop. The Tide Pool Twist, kind of like a Dizzy Dragons type ride. Looks like fun. They have their Sky Tower, and then when it is open, the Bayside Sky Ride, which looks like a lot of fun, very much like the ride there in Busch Gardens. Now, over in San Antonio, they have their new Rescue Junior Play Area that is coming in 2025. They also have the Catapult Falls, a log flume style ride, kind of along the lines of a Journey to Atlantis type ride out there. The Texas Stingray, which I believe is it's the tallest, fastest, and longest wooden roller coaster in the state of Texas. That is pretty impressive. I didn't know SeaWorld held that title out there. There's also the Steel Eel, the Wave Breaker at the Rescue Coaster. Tidal Surge, and they actually have a ride that is a Journey to Atlantis. It is a 10-story reverse camelback that sends you on a wet and wild plunge into the lake below. Always fun with that. The Sea Swinger is currently down. They have the Great White, which is a 50-mile-an-hour floorless roller coaster. A lot of fun there. Always neat. They have Riptide Rescue, Rio Loco, which looks very similar to Infinity Falls. They have Dolphin Dive, a kid-friendly vertical drop ride. Oh, fun. That's a fun name for it. And they have the Spinning Reef. So all the parks have a pretty good amount of rides across all of them. I think the only ones that have the really good like panoramic view would be the Sky Tower in Orlando and San Diego, and then the Bayside Sky Ride. That would be a lot of fun to get to look out over Mission Bay when that is open. Alright, the next thing we're going to look at is dining, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll through and I'm going to look for what looks like the most unique thing that each park has, and you can just kind of look at with me as we go along, but let's see what is the most unique option that each park has. So we have Altitude Burgers, Captain Pete's, of course, Coaster Coffees, kind of the new coffee thing that the parks are doing. Dine with Orcas. Oh, they have a new menu. Ooh, we'll have to check that out later. Of course, that's an iconic thing there in Orlando is to have the Dine with Orcas. We have Dockside Pizza, Expedition Cafe. I'm looking, where's the other thing that's very unique here in Orlando? Oh, where is it at? Don't tell me. Oh, there it is. The Sharks Underwater Grill. That is pretty iconic. I don't know many other places you can go and dine with sharks floating by your table. Thankfully with glass. Thankfully with glass in between is a good thing. But pretty iconic thing you can do. And I think that's it. All the other restaurants are pretty cool at SeaWorld Orlando, but I would say the most iconic things you can do are Sharks Underwater Grill and the Dine with Orcas. Now let's head to San Diego and see what they have to offer. Now, SeaWorld San Diego also has the Dine with Orcas, which is very cool. I wasn't sure if they did that. And there you can enjoy a chef-curated buffet, which is how it used to be in Orlando, and then it changed, 2020. Kind of changed a little bit. We'll see if that comes back around at some point in the future. Well, actually, we'll check out that menu here at some point. There's some taco spots, a fresh market. They have Dreyer's ice cream parlor, similar to Breyer's, but a little bit different there. The Underwater Cantina, Calypso Bay Smokehouse, Shipwreck Reef, very nice. Explorers Cafe, Manta Pizza, Pretzel Shop, nice. Ooh, pretzels and coffee together, that's a good combination. The Coral Market, what else you got? So that's not a huge amount of offerings there in San Diego, but not too bad. Let's head back to San Antonio. What do they have? Oh, good. So at all three parks, they have dining with orcas, which is pretty impressive. There are also some duck donuts, so fresh baked donuts that come to SeaWorld. That's pretty cool. They have some nice donuts there. There's the Lone Star Lakeside Bar, Coaster Coffee, of course. Oh, the Great White Grill, good name for a restaurant there. Harbor Market, Pretzel Kitchen, Rio's Crispy Coop. Oh, good name for a chicken place. Not bad. Smokehouse Grill, Spanky's, pizza, and more. So pretty good. I'm impressed that all three of them have different. I'm impressed that all three of them have the option to dine with orcas. That's something that's unique that you can't do in many other places. So I'm very happy that they all are doing and offering that. Alright, so as we've gone through, we've seen the new rides and attractions that are coming to each of the parks. So let's finish up by looking at the different seasonal events each park is highlighting. And now this is being recorded the first part of January, so there may be different events that pop up later on in the year. But as of January, first part, this is what they are saying are their events for 2025. Starting back at SeaWorld Orlando, of course, we have Inside Look, which you have, if you have not been, and you have the option to go either here in Orlando and San Antonio or San Diego, you definitely want to visit this. I'm not going to tell you more about it. We'll have a video coming out soon, or you can go back and watch some of our older videos about Inside Look, but you definitely want to check it out. SeaWorld's also doing the Just for Kids weekend, which is a fun thing to do, and that kind of flows right into Elmo's birthday celebration, which will run January 27th through February 3rd. There'll be birthday meet and greets and more surprises for your little ones who like Sesame Street. Of course, the Seven Seas Food Festival starts January 31st, and runs all the way to May 4th, which actually, now that I'm looking at this date, it's actually earlier than normal. Normally it would run through Memorial Day, or to right up until Memorial Day. But that's a little bit earlier this year, so that is an interesting change there. And of course, mixed in with that will be Mardi Gras, St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, and then they're going to have Viva la Musica. So maybe that is the accurate date. It just seems a little different to me, but maybe it's correct, and I'm confused. Who knows? We have the Guy Harvey weekend, of course, which usually is earlier in the year as well, but it got a little bit later this time around. The Summer Spectacular will begin May 23rd and run through September 1st, and that will also that will include the Viva La Musica and the new Bands, Brews, and Barbecue, new animal and cirque presentations, and more with Ignite fireworks there. There'll be the SeaWorld Spooktacular and, of course, Howl-O-Scream in September, October, and then wrapping it all up with the SeaWorld's Christmas celebration. Now, this is interesting. This could be the only time Guy Harvey makes it to SeaWorld this year. Maybe that May 25th. Often he's there earlier in the year, January, February, it seems like, and then usually again maybe September or November. But as of right now, this is the only date. So if you want to see Guy Harvey, make sure to keep this on your calendar that you can go to SeaWorld in May here in Orlando. Now, over in San Diego, they are also doing Inside Look the 11th through the 20th. Make sure to check out the website for more details about that. They're also doing a Lunar New Year celebration, February 1st through the 9th. Mardi Gras, of course. And then their Seven Seas Food Festival begins March 7th and runs through April 27th. They're also doing Viva La Musica, but that will be in May 2nd through the 18th. And then, of course, the Summer Spectacular, May 23rd through September 1st. And they're doing a Summer Spectacular concert series, and that will be at the Bayside Amphitheater with, so that should be interesting. And then they're doing Bayside, Bands, Brews, and Barbecue sometime in 2025. They're not specifying when, just sometime in summer is what it looks like. And then, of course, their Spooktacular, Howl-O-Scream, that word that I do not know how to pronounce, so I'm not even going to attempt, because I'll probably do it very badly. But they're doing a red, white, and blue salute for veterans. Appreciate them doing that. And then, of course, their Christmas celebration, November 14th through January 4th. Now, back over here to San Antonio. They're only doing Inside Look for one weekend, so you might want to check that out if you're in the San Antonio area, wanting to head out that way. Mardi Gras happening in January through March. St. Patrick's Day, of course. SeaWorld Easter celebration. There is more about SeaWorld in Orlando having an Easter celebration. You can check out that detail through Z88.3 here in Orlando. You can learn more about that as we get a little bit closer to Easter this year. San Antonio is doing a Festa del Mar, April 24th through May 18th, and this is to celebrate the rich and diverse cultural heritage of South Texas meets the sea at Fiesta del Mar. Be interesting to see what that is about. There's also Cinco de Mayo, May 1st through 4th. Their Seven Seas Food Festival is March 27th through May 18th, so kind of a short festival there. Of course, their SeaWorld Summer Spectacular, SeaWorld Red, White, and Barbecue, August 8th through September 1st. And are all three parks doing... Yeah, all three parks are doing Howl-O-Scream and SeaWorld Spooktacular, so you can check that out. And then they're doing a second weekend of Inside Look out there in November 6th through the 9th, and then, of course, their Christmas celebration November 3rd, as of right now, through January 4th. So that is just a little bit of a comparison of all three SeaWorld parks here in the United States. If you are a Platinum Pass member, you can visit all of these parks for free. So if you're looking for something fun to do this year, it might be fun to go and visit all three parks. I know it's definitely on our bucket list, and someday for sure we want to get out and see SeaWorld San Antonio. Not sure when it's going to happen, but it's definitely one of the next things kind of getting higher on the bucket list of things that we're going to do here sometime in the future. Let me know in the comments which feature of the parks you like the most, which thing is most interesting to you. What would you like to see come to your home park, especially if it is SeaWorld Orlando? What would you like to see different? Let me know in the comments. But that is it for this time, guys. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with someone else. And if you wouldn't, and remember to subscribe to the channel so you can catch our next video here on Ant on the Move.